will read it again. This is Frank. Okay. Who has any questions? Any of you? Guys, if they're in the corner, come with me. Okay, any of you has a question about the gospel of today, or the liturgy of today is very beautiful, the presentation of the Lord. Okay, that's it.
Does the Holy Spirit exist?
Sorry?
Why does the Holy Spirit exist?
Why does the Holy Spirit exist? Okay. How do you mean it exactly?
Holy Spirit, why is the Holy Spirit here in the world?
Why is the Holy Spirit in the world? Okay, very good. It's a beautiful question. Oh.
Why does there have to be a Holy Spirit?
Why does there have to be a Holy Spirit? It's a very good question. Do you want to ask me the question or your parents? No, because we have the option always. You can ask either the priest or the parents. Because today is the feast of the presentation of the Lord. It's a very important feast in which the parents present their children to the Lord. So do you want me or your parents? You are the best. Where are your parents? I saw them coming out. They left when they heard the question. If you saw someone running, that was the parents. Where are your parents? You read them out, huh? They're not here? Yeah, I saw them. Look, the typical thing that happens all the time is both of them raise their hands, and while both of them are raising their hand, the woman does like that towards the man, saying, "You ask him." Okay. So it's a very beautiful question. Why is there a need for us to have the Holy Spirit? Or why is the Holy Spirit around? Who's the Holy Spirit? Is a beautiful question, not easy, but beautiful.
Actually, Father, it's funny, I also had the same question.
Okay, since usually women know everything, that's usually, I heard that from married men. No, when you ask your wife, she knows everything. Okay, why? She always has the answer. So why is there a need for us to have the Holy Spirit? Why the Holy Spirit?
This time, Father, is smarter than me. I think it's, we have a hope the Holy Spirit because it's the representation of God. So that when we are into, like, there's difficulty, there's pain, we have something forward to look up to.
All right. So why the Holy Spirit? We believe that God is one and three. Okay. We believe that God. I'll give you also a little bit more of an answer about that. We believe that God is one, but also is three persons: Father, Son, Holy Spirit. Okay. Now the Father is in heaven. The Holy Trinity, right? We call it the Holy Trinity. One God in three persons. Now God, the Father, is in heaven. He created everything. But at a certain point, what happened is that there were a lot of people who started telling themselves, how come God is so far? We cannot see Him. Is there really a God? Or is it just a story? Does God exist? How do you know? So the Father one day decided, okay, people need to see me. And so He sent His Son, who celebrated Christmas last month. God became flesh. So this is the second person, Jesus, right? So people saw Him, people touched Him, He ate with people, He did many miracles. But at a certain point, what happened? What is the end of the story of Jesus on earth? What is the end of the story? Jesus, at a certain point, at the very end, what happened to Him? We always have a remembrance of that. The very last days of Jesus are, what happened to Jesus? What happened to Jesus the last days of his life? Turn around. I'll give you a hint.
He resurrected.
Before resurrecting, what happened to him?
He got crucified.
He got crucified
He died.
and he was. Okay. He was buried. And after 3 days, the resurrection. What happened after the resurrection? Was Jesus here on earth? Did he remain here when he resurrected? Or he went somewhere else?
He ascended into heaven.
Beautiful. After Jesus was resurrected, he went up to heaven. He ascended into heaven. But, so that we did not feel that God was not anymore with us, he left the Holy Spirit, who is God. That's his spirit. So, the Holy Spirit is God himself. You cannot see him physically, but as your parents were saying, the Holy Spirit is God who's always there. He's the one to give you courage when you're afraid. He's the one that when you are kind of down, he brings you up. When you're sad, he cheers you up. When you're tired, gives you strength. This is the Holy Spirit. You cannot see him, but you can feel that he's with you. Okay? The way you cannot touch the wind, and yet, if you have a very strong wind at your back, you cannot touch it, right? But you can feel that it's pushing you. So if you're running, it will make you run faster. That's the same way the Holy Spirit is with us. You cannot touch it, but you know that it's there. That is the one pushing you, helping you. Okay? Very well. Anybody has another question to ask? Anyone? Okay, let's begin. Not a hard one, please.
What can we do to bring the Holy Spirit in our lives?
What can we do to bring the Holy Spirit in our lives? Beautiful question also. Do you want me the question or not me? Thank you. So, are both your I saw your mom, Kalina, are here, first row. No need. I can ask your mom, is that okay? You give me permission? Okay. And yeah, she wants to know, what's the question? Very hard. So, what is the question again? Yeah. What can we do to bring the Holy Spirit in our life?
I just thought this, by burning or through the sacrament of baptism, confirmation, and believers.
Again, we bring the Holy Spirit into our life through baptism, confirmation, and the Eucharist, what we do at Mass. Is that okay? You good with this answer, or you want more? Huh? Okay? Thank you. All right. Anybody else has any question? That's it. I'll go to you. What's the question?
What's Jesus' last words?
What was Jesus' last words? You want to ask me? Mama? Where is Mama? You've got such wonderful kids. Where is it, Mom? Huh?
My husband wants to answer.
Many times people ask me, Father Renzo, why didn't you get married? And, okay, you're the one.
Is that your Yes.
Okay, the last words of Jesus, part of the last words of Jesus was, thy will be done. It's among the last words of Jesus. He said a few more, but also he said, thy will be done. Okay? Very good. This is a tough one. Okay, thank you. The last one. Who wanted to ask a question? Over there. And then we continue the Mass. Alexis, okay, what is your question, Alexis?
How can we be guided by the Holy Spirit?
How can we be guided by the Holy Spirit? I saw your parents, but they were up on the mezzanine. Yeah, you're there. Do you want them to go down or you want me to answer the question? Okay, I'll answer. How can we be guided by the Holy Spirit? Okay, the Holy Spirit, you know this very well. The Holy Spirit, in a way, is like, I don't know if you've ever seen those cartoons or the comic strips in which you are there and then you have two guys on your shoulders, okay? You have one here that tells you to do something wrong, something that is not good, and then you have another one here, it looks like an angel, who tells you this is the right thing to do, this is the right thing to say, this is what you're not supposed to do or to say. There is somehow the Holy Spirit. He guides us by telling us in our heart what is good and what is bad. I give an example, Alexis. If I do something wrong, like for instance, I fight with my siblings, okay? It happens sometimes, right? Do you ever fight with your siblings? Yeah? Okay, all the time. Now, when I ask you a question, can you please answer me to this question? When you have an argument, when you fight with your brother or your sister, afterwards, do you feel sad? Yes or no? Wow. When you fight among siblings, afterwards, do you feel good or you feel bad? You don't feel bad? When you fight with your siblings, you usually feel bad afterwards because you're not talking to each other. Or when you disobey your parents, do you feel good or you feel bad about it? That you knew they told you to do something and then you disobey. Do you feel good or bad? You feel bad, usually. And that's what the Holy Spirit, Alexis, does. He tells you, he guides you by saying, look, you see, this is not making you happy. This is not something good for you, so next time, you will not do it, okay? Very well. Since the kids are getting totally bored, we now continue with our Mass, and you know, one thing that is very important, we had a beautiful meeting this morning. I am glad, you know, they asked hard questions. Some of them we need also to have the humility to say, I am not sure. I was very struck one time by Cardinal Cito Tagle, who told us that a young person approached him. It was in a school in Cavite. There were about 2,000 students. And one of the kids, who was a teenager, he stood up and said, Cardinal, I have a question for you. I don't know what the question was. And he explained this question, and the Cardinal looked at him and said, in front of 2,000 people, he said, look, the truth is, you asked me a question to which I have no answer right now. Or I'm not really sure I'm going to give you the right answer. So if it's okay with you, I will just research on it. I'll go home, I'll study, and then if you give me your email, I'll email to you my answer. Is that okay with you? And the young person said, yes, totally cool with me. That's the way they spoke. Okay? And he went home, he opened his books, he researched on the topic this young person asked him about, and he mailed this, I think it was a young boy. What was beautiful is that after a number of years, they met again, and this already grown-up young man approached Cardinal Cito and said, you know, Cardinal, I want to tell you something. I don't know if you remember, I'm the one who asked you, yeah, I remember you, yeah, of course. How are you? So they chatted a little bit, and then he said to the Cardinal, look, I always keep a copy of the email letter you sent to me, because that day I felt so much love from you. You know, you're a very important person, you're a cardinal, you have so many commitments, and yet you took time to give me an answer. Let us please never tell our children, basta, ganun. Let's never tell our children on matters of faith, more importantly on matter of life. You know this better than me, I don't even dare to teach you how to guide your children, but never, please let us tell our children, it's okay, that's the way it is. Let's try and find ways to explain to them. But we try our best to let them understand why we believe what we believe. Right? And of course, we do this together as a community. Very well. Please, guys, go back to your seats as we now press our play. Thank you very much.